She was called Aya, and very fortunate. Yeah, yeah, and it's very emotional.
I see. So when did you first move to Kampala?
I came to Kampala at the age of about 17, and that was a total new world for me. And then I began to run into the harshness of life, for myself and siblings back home.
And you were very young.
Yes, I was very young.
But obviously, at that time, you could record what you see.
Of course, because of its dramatic space, its meaning never leaves you. So I knew that there was something very wrong with our country. And but also, we who grew up in the late 90s and early 2000, struggling was the way to be young, as you know, from the youth that came out from the 90s, sorry, the 80s and the 90s.
Did this then shape your education as well? I mean, you are now a doctor.
There are two main influences: the big influence of the church, and secondly, the political experiences that I came across. In my immediate family, there are no priests and all those things. But I think the biggest thing was the church. The biggest thing is Christianity,
Which church?
a Anglican church. The majority of time I was in Church of Uganda, where I played a role of playing a drum in the church. That was St. Philip's Church of Uganda in Kotido. I was baptized though in Kiru Church of Uganda, and it has since remained my permanent place of worship whenever I'm in Abim.
But are you still a practicing Christian? Do you still go to church?
Well, a practicing Christian is supposed to be a person who goes to church every Sunday. I don't. I find myself there now and again, but I have a very strong Christian background. My parents and grandparents were devoted Christians, but I had an independent passion for scriptures and prayers. Um, while I was reading, the Bible was the first thing. I read intimately and I understood intimately and was often independently. But so now, I appreciate much more than the Christian Holy Scripture. And before that, and for the longest time, I was reading a lot of Jewish theology, in particular Martin Buber and Maurice Friedman. I mean, I drink as well a lot from those cups.